Now to another market sector that has been a pillar of our economy, healthcare. The group is up about 13% so far this year, but has underperformed the S&P overall, which has gained roughly 25%. Just in the past month, though, healthcare stocks have been outperforming the broader market. Damien Conover is equity analyst at Morningstar. He joins us to talk about this pillar of the economy. And I think about the monthly jobs report, where often you'll see healthcare near the top of the hiring. I mean, it has just been a consistent performer overall, hasn't it?
Yeah, and it really has been. When we think about healthcare, it's really a sector that tends to perform well regardless of how the economy is doing. But in a backdrop of a strong economy, healthcare can continue to do very well. And even though it has relatively products that people buy when the economy is doing poorly or doing well, when you do have a strong economy, that just further helps the healthcare sector.
But you do divide it into sort of two categories: drugs and therapies and things, and medical devices as well, right?
Yeah, I think that's a good point. So when looking at the healthcare sector going forward, will the recent performance we've seen continue? I think it differs by different parts of the healthcare sector. And like you mentioned, there's two big buckets. You have sort of the drug and biotech bucket, and then you have the device and tool company bucket. And what we're seeing at Morningstar is the firms in the drug and biotech bucket look significantly undervalued, largely because of concerns around U.S. policy reform that might put some pressure on drug prices. But we don't think that is warranted to the level of what the stocks are trading at. And we think there's a lot of upside for these stocks.
What about the other bucket? How do you see them going?
Yeah, so the other bucket is, we think, a little bit overvalued. And we think what's happened is the market has gotten, I think, conservative in their allocation to healthcare around drug and biotech stocks. And wanting to still have exposure to healthcare, there's been an increased allocation to devices and tool companies. And even though the fundamentals of devices and tool companies are very good within the healthcare subsector, the over-allocation there, sort of hiding from the drug and biotech sector, has left the other parts of healthcare a little bit overvalued. And we think investors should be a little bit more concerned and a little more cautious around those sub-industries.
Very good. Damien Conover with Morningstar. Again, thanks for joining us tonight.
Thanks for having me.
You bet.